Yes. I think that's what makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Whisk in hand. No, we have to charge it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to do it for
I will
the
shout.
taste. We'll shout.
It is what it is.
Okay, let's wait for some people to come in.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to I was like, what month is it? The March Cookbook Club Recipe of the Month live cooking, I should say baking demo, because we are making birthday cake scones. Are you live? We're making birthday cake scones for my cookbook. Hi. She's here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I forgot to wear green. Sorry about it. But I live in Chicago, so St. Patrick's Day happened this past weekend, and it was a real good time here. Anyway, I'm going to get started in just a little bit, but I would love if you left a comment and let me know where you're from and if you've made any of the scone recipes before or what recipes you are absolutely loving from the cookbook, because today also marks 6 months of the Ambitious Kitchen cookbook being out in the world.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We're making birthday cake scones. Okay. That's enough. I had a lot of coffee. That's enough. All right. So I am seeing some comments start to roll in. Oh, I love the little clovers, little green clovers. So cute. Okay, so we'll get started in a little bit, but I am going to talk about this recipe a little bit. What's going on?
She just put it on this song.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, so this recipe is really, really incredible, you guys, because you can make it so many different ways. Don't just focus on what's in the cookbook, but use the base as your guide to just be ambitious in the kitchen. You could use strawberries, you could do white chocolate strawberry, lemon blueberry. I have that in here. Really feel free to experiment and have fun. These are also the savory scones in the cookbook. So if you can see them, there's a recipe for bacon, date, and goat cheese scones. There's a recipe for scallion, jalapeno cheddar scones. So much fun to just experiment and have some fun. And especially great for like Easter coming up, Mother's Day, the perfect brunch recipe. And they're so easy to make, great to make with kids. Or if you're an adult, have a little mimosa. Have a good time. I wish I had one of those right now. I do. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Hello, Florida, DC, let's see, Long Island, Detroit. Welcome. Okay, so let's get started and make the birthday cake scones from the cookbook. Sorry, we're doing a little adjusting on Instagram Live as well over here, so bear with us. And let's do this thing.
A lot of people from Canada.
Hey, Canada. Hey. Sorry, I am going to get the butter. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter. So you want to have it really cold also. Make sure, I would put it in the freezer probably 5 minutes before you're ready to make the recipe. Did we put the butter in the freezer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's tricky. Shelf. There it is. There she is. Woo. Okay, so butter. What you're going to want to do with your butter is you're going to cut it up into little pieces. 1 second.
Oh, Long Island, DC, Cincinnati.
Love it. Love to see everybody
someone
here
said
today.
happy 6 months to Ambitious Kitchen.
Thank you. Ambitious Kitchen Cookbook. Ambitious Kitchen Cookbook. Yeah, definitely not the website. That is 600 years of the website. Okay, so 6 tablespoons of salted butter. As you know, in my cookbook, I always use salted butter for more flavor. And you can either cut this up before and stick it in the freezer, or you can just do it after, whatever is easiest for you. And I am just going to dice this up into little pieces. Now, we want the butter really, really cold for this recipe because we want to be able to create these nice buttery pockets that make this really, really flaky and also not dry.
Where's your shirt from?
I don't have a dry scone. I don't remember. I don't buy stuff all the time. Trying to wear what's in my closet. Besides jeans. I did buy a lot of jeans recently. Okay, so cutting the butter into pieces, little pieces like this. See? And I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm trying to talk pretty loud, but I don't have a microphone today, so bear with me. Oh my gosh, so many people making recipes from the cookbook. Can you do frozen blueberries in these scones? Absolutely. Heck yeah. You might just want to coat them with like a tablespoon of flour before you do, but they should work. All right, little pieces are done. See? So you can either stick this back in the freezer if you're not very quick at baking and you really take a lot of time, or just let it sit at room temperature. But we're going to do this pretty quick, so I feel comfortable with letting it sit. Now you're going to take your flour. I'm using all-purpose flour. Please note that somebody has made these with gluten-free all-purpose flour and said that they came out fantastic. I didn't test this myself, but I think it's an option that you could absolutely try. All right, flour. What we're going to do, my big tub of flour, we are going to fluff it up with a measuring cup. Oh, there's already a measuring cup in here. There's my tablespoons. Always. It literally happens to me every time.
You just throw them in.
Yeah. Okay, so fluff up your flour. Create a lot of air in there. See? Just kind of like stirring it around and fluffing it. And then you can scoop it into your measuring cup. This is if you're not weighing your ingredients. Today I'm not using a scale. And then you're just going to want to level it off. And you can dump that right into the bowl. We're doing 2 cups total. Okay, I'm curious if anybody is making any St. Patrick's Day recipes. Not me. I'm not into corned beef. It's not my thing.
Not it.
But I'm curious, is anybody doing like any stews, any Irish soda bread? I don't know what else.
Oh, cute.
Cabbage? Just cabbage.
Just straight cabbage.
Just straight cabbage. Any kind of cabbage?
Someone said blender spinach muffins this morning.
Love that. I'm so glad you guys saw those. Those were so fun. The blender spinach muffins. Very, very fun and delicious. Okay, next up, baking powder. We're using an entire tablespoon of baking powder in this recipe. And that's to really make the scones pop.
Someone's making a beef stew and cornbread.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
And they call cannon a very traditional Irish dish. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
I've heard of it.
let's see. Oh, cute. All right, so I just put a little salt in here as well. We are going to just stir this up with a whisk to get it nice and combined. And then the next thing we are going to do, let me get this out of the way. We're going to add our butter directly into the flour mixture. Now you can use a pastry cutter here, or you can just use your hands. You can just use your hands and work the butter in. So I wish I could like show you what I'm doing, but I'll attempt to. But essentially I'm like just pushing the butter into the flour. That's what I like to do. Pastry cutter works too. I just like to make things more difficult for myself, I guess. But you want it so that the butter becomes like little pebbles. You don't want it all the way dissolved into the flour, but you want to create nice little pockets. And that's going to really help you to achieve a nice flaky scone. And then as the scone bakes, the butter will melt into the flour, creating those pockets. And you will just have an absolutely delicious recipe for your brunch.
Have you done this with a pastry butter?
No.
Okay.
I just always use my hands.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of people don't have pastry cutters.
Yeah.
So
True.
it feels more reasonable to just
Yeah.
use your hands. Anyway, this should only take a few minutes. Maybe like 1 minute total. It's kind of a hand workout. And then this kind of looks like this. I know, really hard to tell. But the butter is worked in. And I feel like we're good to go. Okay. I'm going to go wash my hands really quick. And then we're going to do our wet ingredient. Okay, so what other questions can we ask people? Oh, what's your favorite dinner recipe from the cookbook? Definitely want to do some more savory ones for spring and summer. Let me know. For cookbook clubs.
I'm making these with you, but want to save them for 2 weeks. Would you recommend freezing raw or after they've been baked?
You can do either. I would actually probably say freeze them raw. And so after you form them, you can just put them on a baking sheet, wait until they're completely hardened. So that would probably take 30 minutes to an hour, and then transfer the triangles to a plastic bag or a silicone bag, and it should be good to go. And then you can just bake them from frozen, actually. I do have instructions in the freezer portion of my cookbook for freezing these as well. Just a little fun tip.
And someone said the pumpkin enchiladas.
Oh, I love pumpkin enchiladas.
Someone said chicken tacos.
Everyone's favorite chicken tacos are so good. Okay, next up on our ingredient list is Greek yogurt. So I am using a whole milk plain Greek yogurt. You could use Siggy's, you could use Stonyfield. Fage is really good because it's nice and thick, but anything that is very thick in consistency is going to be your best bet. And you want to go whole milk because you're going to need to give these scones some fat. Fat equals flavor, and that's what we want. It also has more moisture. Okay. Need a spoon.
Do scones usually have Greek yogurt or is it sour cream?
No, usually they use cream.
Okay.
It depends. Like, I feel like every recipe is different, but a lot of them use like a heavy cream.
Mm-hmm.
So I like these because you have a little bit of a high protein boost. All right, yogurt going in. Also, let me know your guys' favorite plain Greek yogurt. I'm curious. I used to really be a Siggy's girl, but recently I've fallen in love with the Stonyfield organic Greek yogurt. It's so good. It's not as thick as Siggy's, but I really love it. Next, we're using some milk. You can use whatever milk you like. If you want these to be really, really moist, you could even use a heavy cream. They're going to be just a little bit richer, a little bit more fuller in flavor, but again, up to you. I'm just using whole milk today, but normally I use almond milk. You need 1/4 cup. And then because we are making birthday cake scones, we need to add a little bit of almond extract. My favorite thing, like ever. Almond extract. It smells so good. Just, okay, don't eyeball. Almond extract is potent, so you only need a little bit.
Do not measure with your heart.
Do not measure this with your heart. But the thing about almond extract is that it's going to make these birthday cake scones taste like birthday cake. That is the little secret ingredient. And of course, a little vanilla. You could also use vanilla Greek yogurt if you'd like. That you can measure with your heart.
Cute.
Very cute. What am I doing? Oh, no egg in this recipe also. Just wanted to note that. Am I missing anything? Let's check the book. You would think I have all of these recipes memorized. That's way too much work. Yeah, that's it.
Someone
So
says, my family loves your 1-pan healthy hamburger helper. We make it every week now, or every other week.
I love that.
Cute.
Yeah, my kids love hamburger helper too. And it's great because you could add whatever veggies you'd like to it. Okay, so you're just going to mix this all together until it's nice and well combined. Nothing exciting going on here.
Someone just got your cookbook in Oahu.
Oh, wow.
Hawaii. Fun.
That's very fun.
Laura says, big fan of Wallaby yogurt. Also love Whole
love
Foods
Wallaby.
plain 3.5% Greek yogurt. TJ's new Thick and Strained.
I've been wondering. Have you guys seen it?
Mm.
That
It's strange. Thick and strange.
was like great.
No.
Oh,
I got a bunch.
You have this?
Lube. Okay, so now we are adding our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. Spoon it all in there. Don't let anything go to waste. And just start to work this into the flour.
It smells good already.
It smells really good.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot the sugar. I knew I forgot. That's okay. I did this last time actually with these other scones that I baked this morning. I was like, I know I'm forgetting something here. You can add this to the dry ingredients or you can add this to the wet ingredients. It's really not going to matter here. You're just going with 1/3 a cup of sugar. People were like, wait, aren't these sweet scones? I think you could also get away with doing 1/4 cup, but she can't follow directions for her own good. So work it all in until a nice shaggy dough has formed. It's going to be lumpy. That's what you want. Now we're going to add in our sprinkles. These are my ride or die. My kids are obsessed with these. They're natural rainbow sprinkles. So no weird dyes in there. For those of you wondering. And these are on Amazon. I've linked to them plenty of times, but I'll also put a link up later today in stories in case any of you want to buy them. Sprinkles going in. And what I love about this recipe is that really you could use any kind of sprinkles based on what holiday it is. You want to do pastel for Easter, you want to do Christmas sprinkles, you do you. And just work that in. I'm going to go in with my hands because I find that to be easier. But before I do that, I'm going to line a baking sheet with parchment paper.
So she's making the summer recipes. And so it's
The summer recipes from the cookbook are really awesome. Salads.
Peach salad.
I love salads.
S'mores, I love my pastry cutter.
I love my pastry cutter. I mean, I get it. I do.
Oh my God, my husband drank a whole bottle of almond extract when he was a kid. He had to sleep off the buzz.
Oh my God. It's made with alcohol. Hilarious. Okay, so this looks really good. I'm going to transfer it. Now, it's not supposed to be a big ball. It's kind of like lumpy and a little bit weird. You can see like it's going to have pieces like this. That's okay. Knead it a few times. And then you're going to transfer it to the baking sheet. Dump it on there. It's okay if it looks a little dusty. You're going to get this all worked in. So on the baking sheet, you can start to bring the dough together and pat it into an 8-inch round circle. Probably like 1 inch to 1/2 inch thick. Again, if there are like dusty looking pieces, just kind of start to work those in. Scones aren't meant to be perfect, and the more imperfect they are, like the more lumpy they are, the more flaky they're going to be once you bake them. Ooh. Hot tip. Okay, so for everybody tuning in, I am curious, what kind of sweet scone would you create? So what combinations would you put into a scone?
Mm-hmm.
Or tell me the best scone you've ever had. So I feel like it's almost strawberry season, so I would probably go strawberries, maybe white chocolate chips in there, and maybe some toasted almonds on top. That sounds really good to me.
Cinnamon sugar.
Ooh, cinnamon sugar. Love it. Oh, yes.
Butters.
Ooh, butterscotch. No one say zucchini because that's not going to work.
I mean, yeah.
lemon blueberry. That is also in the cookbook.
Very foreign.
Ooh, blueberry.
Ooh, I
I
like
love
an orange.
orange. Agree.
Yeah, very white chocolate.
Yeah.
I know, I like it.
So this is a nice little circle. You see, I've just patted it in. Took no time at all. Oh, olive oil and rosemary.
Ooh,
Wait,
That
really?
sounds really good.
If you were using fresh fruit, like how do you prevent it from getting
So if you use
sloppy?
so if you use something like blueberries or even diced strawberries, you're gonna want to coat it with flour. So I would put the diced strawberries into a bowl, add 2 tablespoons of flour, or even a tablespoon. You should be fine. Just give it a toss before you kind of fold it in. But it should be fine. I actually tested this recipe originally with diced strawberries, so I know you're good to go. But the blueberry one just felt like it needed to be in there, especially with the lemon combination. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna find my knife and I'm gonna wash my hands.
Lemon white chocolate raspberry. Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds really,
Oh, your mom's on. Cute.
Hey, Mom.
Cute.
What up, girl? You should be over here. Okay, so traditionally we would put these. Oh, sorry, we're gonna cut these and then put them in the freezer. But I've already baked a batch, so you don't have to wait like 20 minutes. But when you freeze these, they become nice and solid and cold, so that when you put them in the oven, the butter just doesn't fully melt into the flour and everything, but it creates these really lovely pockets of flavor and texture and flakiness. So delicious. So if you have time, throw it in the freezer or even the fridge for like 20 minutes before you bake these. And that is also in the cookbook. We're not doing that today. You're going to want to cut these into 8 little triangles. We're going half here. Here. And then you can just cut each quadrant in. Oh my gosh, we're gonna put the timer on the bars, guys.
Oh,
I'm also simultaneously baking blondie.
It has been like 20.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
maybe they're perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was baking some blondies at the same time. Anyway, back to the scones. We may rebake those. So this is what they're gonna look like. Then you can freeze them just like that. I'm gonna separate these. And you can just pretend that these have already been frozen. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna brush them with a little bit of milk, because that is gonna create a nice golden exterior. I feel like the computer went.
Oh, it's because I
okay.
moved it because of the, to see the scones.
Oh,
So you're just crouched down.
look at our pizza. Okay, so get a little pastry brush and some milk. You could also do an egg wash, but I find that milk does the trick, and that way you don't need to buy $25 eggs. Perfect egg-free recipe. And you're just gonna gently brush them very lightly with some milk. Okay. And then all you do is bake these at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. And they're gonna be nice and golden. And I have some waiting for us, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm putting the timer on this time. Oh my God. I cannot believe that. Okay, so ta-da! Aren't these beautiful? This is what the scones look like once they're all done. They're nice and golden on top, and the texture. Look at that bottom. So good. Like, scones aren't meant to be perfect also, so like don't worry about what they look like if they're not the perfect triangle. You could also cut them into like little round circles if you want for like a more biscuit looking scone.
Have you made these with dairy-free butter?
I haven't, but I think it would work. I think using a dairy-free butter and a dairy-free yogurt would work perfectly fine. I like Miyoko's, that brand. So like a buttery stick. Now we're gonna make a really easy glaze to go on top. It's so cute. It's like the cutest thing ever. Like that crunchy exterior. I'll show you what they look like in the middle soon too. All right, we're using a little powdered sugar. Half a cup powdered sugar. I'm eyeballing it. A little splash of milk. And a little bit of almond extract. Wait, yeah. Just the teeniest bit. You're just going to use a spoon and mix it until a nice glaze comes together. And you don't need much for these scones. Technically, you'd want to drizzle these on once they've cooled. And these are pretty cool now. If your glaze is too thin, add a little more powdered sugar. If it's too thick, add a little bit more milk. Super easy. If you're making blueberry scones, you could add lemon zest to your glaze. You could use the lemon yogurt glaze from my lemon blueberry coffee cake, or you can use the lemon glaze from my lemon oatmeal cookies. This is like a little bit too thin for me. Add a little bit more. And what's really fun, and what my kids love to do, is once you spoon this glaze on, you can add more sprinkles, which is the best part. Just drizzle that over a little bit. I'm obsessed. Cuties. This also smells so good. They're so cute. Like, what the? Adorable. And as you can see, these took no time to make. More sprinkles going in. Let me bring these in for you so you can see. So pretty.
Someone mentioned theirs got stuck on the baking sheet. Is there a reason that could have happened?
Did they use parchment paper?
Make sure to use parchment paper.
Sometimes if you don't have a quality parchment paper, things can stick.
Yeah.
But like this one is a little bit sticky, but I can easily pull it off. So I haven't had that issue. Usually parchment paper is non-stick. Okay. These are so cute. Let's plate them. And then we need to stick it. My vintage plate, my vintage plate.
Your mom send all of them to my home tomorrow.
Probably will. If Tony, my husband, doesn't eat them all. And the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, ladies. Oh my gosh. Look at that, you guys. Freaking adorable. Get this out of the way. So if you haven't made these yet, you must. They're delicious. I need to try one right now. And this one looks nice and thick and weird.
Hey.
Wow. It really does taste like birthday cake. So fluffy in the middle. But like, I love how crunchy the exterior is. It's absolutely delicious. Yeah. It's a must make. Anyway, I took another bite. 6 months of this being out in the world, I worked so hard on these recipes, 120 plus recipes for every single meal of the day, dinner, dessert, breakfast. You got to get your copy if you haven't yet, and you absolutely have to make these birthday cake scones or any of the scones from the cookbook. I will see you guys next time. Be sure to join Cookbook Club if you haven't yet. And thanks for tuning in.
Oh, wait. Before we leave, can you use bread flour?
You could. You could.
What?
You could.
I just added the lemon glaze and added it to the scones. Woo!
Yum.
Love it.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye.